Hi everyone, it's Mr. Freiberg here. I will be teaching you Year 7 Maths for Term 2 as we enter the online learning phase. And what I thought I'd do is just give you a quick introduction to what our eLearn classroom is going to look like, and just a couple of sort of hints and tips before we actually start. Obviously, if you are watching this video, you've actually found it on our eLearn classroom. So you've gone through the learning place, or maybe you've gone straight to the eLearn using the elearn.eq.edu.au, and in there you'll find all of the classes on which you're a student, and one of those will be Year 7 Maths. Mine looks slightly different, obviously, because I'm teaching the subject. If we click on Year 7 Maths, this is the screen that you should see. You won't have the orange stripe up the top. That again is something that I've got because I'm teaching the subject, but you should see the sort of mathematical sort of background, and these 5 menu items are trying to run through really quickly. The announcements, easiest way that I can communicate with everyone. I post an announcement, you'll get an email. No more to really say about that. Course documents is probably the biggest one, and I'll come back to that very shortly. Speaking of emails, if I click on staff information, there's my email address right there. So you'll be able to send me an email, and probably the easiest way that you'll be able to contact me this term. If you have any troubles or you can't get a hold of me via email, please give the school a call, and we might be able to talk that way if I am free. All right, I'll go back to the course documents because this is where all pretty much of your resources for this term will be kept. The one up the top here, Term 2 course overview, I've actually placed a copy of the course overview up the top, what we'll be doing each lesson, etc. Still 4 lessons a week we've planned out, and at this stage we've planned out for at least the first 3 weeks, and so this will be updated, and I will put obviously an announcement to say that this has been updated. The know and do table is pretty much set in concrete, so you can download that one and you can save it in your either on your computer, or you can take a print out and stick it in your maths book. To download, simply just click on that link. You'll notice it opens a new window, and down in the bottom corner here is your download. If you click on that, it will open Word up, and once you've opened Word, or once you've got Word open, you should see the know and do table. Easy. There's also a little connecting to the live lessons step-by-step guide. Now, I know that you guys connect to the live lessons once a week to do Japanese, but it might be a little bit different on your home computer, particularly if you need to download the Blackboard Collaborate program so that you can access the live lessons. So this little step-by-step guide, it's only 4 pages. You might be able to use it on the screen, or you might want to print it out, but it might help you connect that first time. Speaking of which, those live lessons I'll talk about later, they actually start the first day back Monday morning at 9 o'clock. So we'll talk about that very shortly. All right, so that's the course overview. Each week then I have stepped out 4 lessons each week. So in week 2 there's 4 lessons, in week 1 there's 4 lessons, in week 3 and so on and so forth. If we look at week 1, it's pretty much all set, and there are the 4 lessons, and the first one you'll notice I've indicated is the live lesson. So inside this particular folder, you'll notice that they are all folders. Inside this folder, and each of these folders, there are some instructions. Okay, so it'll give you some instructions about what you need to do. It will also have a copy of the PowerPoint presentation that I'll be using, and this is actually a presentation. It's not an editable PowerPoint document. It's actually a presentation so that you can sit there, you can click through at your own pace, and you can take whatever notes you wish. For the lessons that are not live, I will actually try and have a video similar to this where I step you through the PowerPoint. Okay, but again, you'll be able to take notes, you'll be able to pause the video, and you'll be able to complete the examples essentially together. Okay. I also have a copy here of some class notes. Now this is just again a little PDF document which has some notes and examples which actually go with the PowerPoint presentation. You can download them if you wish. It might save you a little bit of writing. Obviously if you download them, the idea is that you print them out and you maybe complete them as you listen to or you go through the PowerPoint presentation. At the end of those class notes, you'll find some textbook exercises, which I call Perfect Practice Makes Perfection, or PPMP. And those textbook exercises I've just repeated here as a separate document. So you can download one or the other of these. With your textbook exercises, I would expect you, as we would normally do at school, to complete those exercises in your maths book. And when you've done that, you've got one of two ways then to send me your classwork so that I can see that you've done it. The simplest way could be to send me an email, but if I get emails from everyone, they might get a little bit hard to track. Or the other way is to actually use this folder here, which is called PPMP Submissions. Remember, PPMP, Perfect Practice Makes Perfection. And what it says here is you can scan or photograph an electronic copy of your classwork and send it to me as a PDF document. If you have a smart device like an iPad, tablet, iPhone, etc., try and download or try and find an app that will actually convert a photo into a PDF document. There are a few out there, a few free ones. And you can actually use that to take a photo of your classwork and it will convert it into a PDF document, and then you can either email it to me or pop it in this folder. If you want to pop it in this folder here, you'll notice it says down here, if I've gone into that, attach files, you go to browse my computer, you'll attach your classwork, and then you'll go submit in the bottom corner, and it will tell me that you've submitted your work, and I'll be able to mark it. Alright, the other lessons during the week, just to let you know, lesson 2 in week 1, and there'll be a lesson like this every week, is a bit of a consolidation of stuff, material that you've looked at previously. This one is about adding and subtracting fractions. And what we've decided to do is we are using Maths Online. So there's a link to Maths Online, and there are a series of tasks which you need to complete. Watch the video and then complete the online questions. You obviously need to get 80% or better, and then you'll be able to move on to the next lesson. There are quite a number of activities or quite a number of lessons in this particular set of work, so please don't just think, oh, I'll be able to do it in half an hour. It's actually a lesson's worth of work. So it should take you a good 70 minutes to complete all of these tasks. They are due at the end of the week. Okay, and I'll be able to see on Maths Online who's completed them or not. The other two lessons are revising volume. Now, I believe you touched on volume briefly in term 1, but there is a little bit more that we need to cover. And if I go into this first one, revising volume part 1, again, we've got some instructions. Again, I've given you the presentation or the PowerPoint presentation again as a presentation. If I have time to make a video of it, I will do that and add that as an extra in here, and you'll be able to interact with that by pausing it, completing the exercises, etc. I've got the class notes, I've got the textbook exercises, and again, that folder where you can submit your classwork. Same with lesson 4. And it'll be the same week after week after week. We've shown you my email address and phone number. The discussion board here will be a place where you might be able to help each other out with some work. Or if I'm finding that the same questions are coming through, you can, I'll be able to answer, say, a general question here, and hopefully that will help more than one person, but we'll leave that discussion board there. And lastly, we've got the live lessons. This is the one where you need to click on every week and join our one live lesson a week. Now, our live lesson is during the time of period 1 on a Monday morning. So you'll notice when you click on there, our first lesson is almost ready to go on Monday the 20th of April. 8:45. You can sign in from 8:45 and I'll start at 9 o'clock and I'll finish at 10 past 10, and by 10:15 we should be all done. All right. When the time comes that this becomes live, you'll actually have the little purple collaborate circle here. You click on that, there'll be 2 downloads. All right. The first download will be the Blackboard Collaborate program. So you'll click on that and you'll install that program onto your computer. And the second download will be the actual live lesson session. And you click on that, let it install. It'll do a few things on your computer, and then eventually you'll get to the familiar live lesson screen, and you'll be able to hopefully participate in our lesson. So hopefully we'll see you all around 8:45 on Monday morning. If you've got any questions or any problems, please don't hesitate to send me an email or even give the school a ring on Monday morning. If you are having major troubles, it's better to try and get that sorted out sooner rather than later. Thanks everyone, we'll see you on Monday.